here, 2v2, Mork's Mire over on the west side. Couple of Eldar players. We've got HansMoleman, who is rocking Farseer Macha. We've got some Warp Spiders, and we've got the Wraithknight Taldeer alongside. Fortune bringing along some Striking Scorpions, some more Warp Spiders, and the Wraithknight, the other one. The generic one, I guess. It doesn't even have a name. What a noob knight. East side, we've got some Orks, GoreDell bringing along some Stormboyz, Warboss Gorgutz, and Beauty the Morkanaut. And for Jelly, the Kommando, Warboss Gorgutz, and Beauty the Morkanaut again. And it seems like maybe we have doctrines that are actually showing correctly. HansMoleman going for the Avenger Holofield, become temporarily stealth and stuff. Viger for Rangers, removing stealth but greatly increasing their attack speed. And more Avenger Shield going on. For Fortune, we've got Avenger Shield also, better Plasma Grenade, which is nice, and Macha's Command, Enhanced Battle Focus. Increases attack speed but drains shields for Wraith God. Okay. Gonna continue looking at these doctrines as it kicks off. We've got Healing Scrap, which is a very popular doctrine for the Orks, for GoreDell. Electric Shield. Okay. Makes your Death Dreads better. And Long Range Rocket for Killer Cans. Gives them a new ability, I suppose. And Jelly has also got the Healing Scrap. We've got Stuck In. When knobs die, they get buffs, which is nice for them. And Gorgutz Command, Keep Trucking. Units ejected from the truck gain a temporary shield and taunt. That's pretty cool. So here we go, Mork's Mire. Pretty nice 2v2 map from the looks of it. And we see a lot of action on this central point because it has an elite generator point and 2 rec generator points. So always a big focus on that. In the north and south, we also have power and 2 recs and 2 powers at the bottom. Is that? Yes, it is. Wow. Lots of power up for grabs. Straight away for... Let's see if I can make sense of what the hell's going on. HansMoleman has got triple Dire Avengers. Fortune has got... He's going straight into Dark Reapers, it looks like. Did not get any Dire Avengers. Dark Reapers are good versus all targets with some true range DPS, as you can see. But they do need to set up, and they don't do a huge amount of DPS, but they are good, as especially as a panic buy if you see some skimmers you weren't prepared for in tier 2. For GoreDell here, we have some boys and some more boys. These guys have scrap. And for Jelly, 4 squads of boys, and there's a big war. And they're going to push onto these, all of these ranged units for the Eldar. You see these guys able to use fleet to get away. This is a warrior portal here. They need to defend it, surely. Here we go. Attempting to defend. Lots of damage going on these boys. Massive amounts of damage. Holy crap, need to back the hell off. They have found the webway. This is what is giving... You see the range of it here. This is what is giving the Eldar that fleet of foot. Also allows their shields to recharge a bit faster. I'm sure there's a doctrine that buffs the webway gates as well. There must be. Orks dropping like flies here on this ranged onslaught. Doing a decent job microing their stuff around away from those boys here. Some good Eldar play. And we're going to see the boys capitulate. But they do have the middle. They have the middle and they're building a listening post. And that was just some cheap boys going down. I don't think the Orks get a doctrine that buffs their listening post like the Eldar and Space Marines do. I don't think they do. We've got some boys with scrap for GoreDell at the bottom. Stunning on charge, as you can see, which is pretty damn strong. Got some Rangers down, was that? Are you fellas Rangers? Maybe. Let's have a look at HansMoleman again. Still got a triple Dire Avengers. And we've got still the double Dark Reapers for Fortune. So they're definitely going for a ranged build right now, using the fleet of foot from the webway to stay out of trouble. It's a very ballsy place to put it there. What is this? Dadaka Hut. The Ork buildings look pretty similar to me right now, so we have to see what the hell they are. This is the boys' hut. You can get knobs out of this thing, but they cost 250 power each, I think. Oh, Stormboyz called in by GoreDell. That could be a big deal. And do we have Striking Scorpions yet? Okay, at the moment, Striking Scorpions are pretty out of control. As you can see, they do 85 melee DPS, but they have critical strikes, and their critical strikes deal true damage, and they can stack up multiple critical strike hits at once, I think. So they can go after shield generators and tear them down so freaking fast. We're going to see it on this listening post, I think. If you see a massive drop in health, that's the critical strikes. They took it down pretty quickly. I don't think that was any critical strikes going on there. But yeah, they can tear down shield generators before anyone else at just the 2 drop as well. That's probably going to be adjusted, I would think. They found this webway and they're going after it now. They're going to go down. The explosions are so cool in this game, especially the Eldar ones. Stuff kind of floats out and then sucks back in. There we go. That's a pretty good explosion. Stormboyz going after these resource generators. That's a pretty early push against the turret fellas. Rangers trying to get shots. These are Hans. The sniper unit. They do have some stealth going on too. Oh, wow. Half of their hit points gone from that suicide bomb. Here's some Farseer Macha. Crowd control and nuker, it says, and she can sure do that. She can throw her spear and then blow it up. She can also blow it up while it's in her hand, which gives her some buffs and is like a point blank air of effect explosion thing. She's got some good options. Going after this shield generator here are the Orks. Double boys and a bunch of shooters on it. Stormboyz coming back to reinforce. No action here from the Eldar at the bottom. There's some striking Scorpions though. These guys are freaking awesome. Oh, but there's the Kommando knob. Talking about awesome. His boomstick is so fun to watch. You can send things. You can just turn things to mush with it and send them flying. Causes damage in a cone and causes knockback if fired from stealth. Need to be relatively close to, I think. Oh, some def guns. Do they have their scrap? They do have their scrap. So they are slowing targets here. You can tell that yellow exclamation point on top of those striking Scorpions before they were destroyed. It means that they were slowed. Got a bit too hasty there. Here we see the Bone Singer trying to tie up those death guns, which is a good way to use them early on, especially since they can teleport. You can actually send them into a unit like Deathwatch even and keep them tied up with your teleport, which is pretty damn annoying. More War Banner happening. Kommando knob is healing up. He's got 2 shots on his boomstick ready to go. They are really trying to lock down this central point here, the Orks. What else do we have in terms of elites? Those Stormboyz are up. We've seen that. There's that Kommando up. And yeah, they're going to have to wait a while for Gorgutz now. Their striking Scorpions are down, of course. Here comes that Kommando using his boomstick, but he's getting too close to those Dark Reapers. Ouch. Oh, Stormboyz joining the fun. Here are some Death Guns too. That is so much stack up. Wow, they do so much damage. Devastators do as well. Some Orks dying. Another War. Wow, the Death Guns are doing some serious work. Rangers are not going to get away. That's crazy. Now they found a warrior portal to take down. Eldar being pushed back here. Big time. Not really dealing with those Death Guns. Where is Macha? Because if she throws a spear and does the explosion thing, that's going to be painful. But she didn't. Oh, she hasn't. Her explosion thing is Psycho Blast is on cooldown. That was the spear throw, which would buff the damage of anyone around it. So if you have a bunch of melee squads going in, you can throw the spear at whatever they're attacking and they'll get a nice damage buff, which is nice. Now she shoots her Psycho crap out of her hands. And will actually engage in melee with her fists, which is pretty fun. And demoralize people? Or does she get demoralized? Yeah, she gets demoralized. She does not like fisticuffs. So I guess there's another effect there, demoralize. You've got taunt, silence, blind, demoralize, slow, knockback of course, stun. Is there anything else? I think that might be all of them. Taunt, of course. Did I say that already? Maybe. Come on, Kommando, do your stuff with your boomstick. Look at that. And it does. Oh, it stuns as well, does it? Is that true? I don't know. He does have a. What is that? Yeah, stun trap. Oh, it was a stun trap going off. That's what did it. Something being called in. The striking scorpions are back. And they're pretty pissed. They do have a leap. We don't actually get to see it before, I don't think. And oh, that's their hunt there. That's pretty cool.
Rangers shall aid our cause.
Showing this stuff from their hunt. Eldar have given up going for the middle, which I think was a good choice. And they're going for some resource bashing here. Need to defend Orks. It's all about keeping the resources going. So what do we have in terms of output? Fortune have just doubled Dark Creepers and tons of Bone Slingers, which suggests he's trying to hard tech up here. For GoreDell, we have those Death Gun Looters, which have been so effective so far. 3 of them, in fact. Oh, there's that Psycho Blast from the spear. So powerful. I mean, it's so hard to dodge that. It comes flying at you and she can explode it immediately. Maybe there should be a little bit of a delay before she can use Psycho Blast after she throws her spear. But that's the way with elites. They can just lay waste to things. But they do go down pretty quickly sometimes. Oh, there's Gorgutz. He's awesome. What is this thing called again? Spinning Claw. And there it is. That thing lasts so long as well. Oh, he got knocked out of it there with the knockback. Really nicely done. That was the striking scorpions knocking him over, I think. They have a kind of strange knockback. Usually when things get knocked back, they go kind of far. But when the scorpions leap on you, you kind of like fall down where you stood. And here they go after the war banner. The old striking scorpions. Here's their critical strikes. Every 6th melee attack, yeah. And because there's 5 of them, they can go. Look at this. 171 melee DPS. They must be buffed by something, I guess. That's crazy. There's their leap, knocking over the Kommando, but also pushing back hard here. There's that claw grab jump thing. What is it called? Grappling claw. Oh, awesome. Death Dread. These guys have an AoE cone attack and they just mince things. There's the last chance for Macha. That's there it is. Macha's presence she gets for being on the field, which is why it's nice to get her up first. She goes down though. We have a slow going on. Oh, that's from the Viper. Do these things do true damage? They do. It's not a lot of DPS and they fire quite slowly, but that's not bad. Especially when you have the Temporal Bomb. Oh, and they get the benefits of Fleet, of course. Death Dread trying to go after it. What kind of damage do you do, actually? Armor piercing. It's only 66 DPS, and it would only be doing 40% of that to regular infantry, remember, but it is an AoE attack, so it does mince things. Took down that Viper pretty quickly. Not sure why it stopped moving. Oh, here's Wraithguard, though. Pretty sure these guys have armor piercing, yeah. Big chunks of damage there. Can of course tie them up pretty effectively though with only 13 melee DPS. Kraken Scorpions leaping in. Orks really building up this central area. I think the Eldar need to not fight here. But they're trying. They really want that elite point, I guess. Kraken Scorpions catching some boys who were fired out of that truck and down they go. Bodies and bits of bodies everywhere. Are they going to go after this southern point now? There's no listening post down here. There are some Death Gun Looters though. But here come the Wraithguard. They're going to make short work of the war banner. Look at that. They do take a while to fire though, the Wraithguard. The hell was that? That was some Stormboyz. I think some Warp Spiders on the field. That's usually a Warp Spider effect. There it is. These guys are crazy. 106 range DPS. So what is it they do? They teleport and they leave a portal behind them. Yeah, so you can like teleport after them if you want. And they also get a damage buff after they teleport, which makes them very, very painful. What is this? Oh, Death Tread smacking around a listening post. Here come Kraken Scorpions to fight it. And they do have that true damage critical strike. Warp Spider's doing some work too. Taking a lot of damage here. Does he have some help? Yes, a bunch of Death Dreads coming in. These are all jellies. They look pretty awesome, these things. Move kind of fast too, as you can see. Is that because they have scrap? No. Oh, increases speed, yeah, when they have that shield up. That's a pretty awesome upgrade. They are so quick, look at that. Destroying stuff. Taking down that structure there, and I don't think this listening post is going to survive. Meanwhile, in the south, looks like an army from HansMoleman, double Wraithguard, double Rangers. Pew pew. Stormboyz might want to jump that, but it can take a lot of shots if they do. If you try and defend though, done quite a lot of damage to the shield generator, as you can see. I don't think the Orc shield generators have been touched. No, they haven't. Wraithguard getting those shots in. Stormboyz healing themselves up. Let's have a look at what the players are up to in terms of their units. Truck has been upgraded with some scrap. Big army here for Jelly, but he's got like 6 Gretchen. He's got Knob Squad on the way. He's got his 2 Death Treads now. No, he's still got 3. They're still all around, and here's the Knob Squad now. So tough. 3,000 hit points of heavy armor. A lot of elites don't even have that. Orks, for some reason, pushing into the turret range. I guess they just got sucked into a fight there. Gorgutz is awesome. That spinning thing also absorbs shots, I think. Does it just absorb all of them? I'm looking at the wrong thing. Where's Gorgutz? There we go. No, why doesn't it let me... Oh, he's not called in yet. Oh, this one. I want to select this one. There we go, finally. Yeah, absorbing shots. It's like damage immunity. If you put him at the front of your army and walk in with the load of boys behind you. He's going to go down here, though. Got shots at absolute pieces. And they're pushing in here, Eldar. Where are those Death Treads and the Kommando? Here comes one. Speeding after the shield gen there. Not sure why Jelly isn't calling in Gorgutz. They kind of need him here. He obviously wants to save for beauty, but that is a risky strategy. Talking about Daka though, those Death Gun looters are awesome. Wow. Wraithguard packing a punch though. Triple Wraithguard here for HansMoleman. He's still got triple Rangers as well. So they're getting the middle back. They are bashing it big time. There's still tons of Orc stuff here, including their mech shop. What is this? There's the double Death Treads. Did not finish off that shield generator. I think they should have. Would have given a big boost to their resources, especially getting that elite point is pretty nice. They wanted to flank the Eldar, didn't they? Here come a bunch of Orks. Warp Spiders. Melting Orks there. Big fight going off. But the Wraithguard can't do anything in melee, and it's not always easy to get the hell out of those engagements. But they have, and they've baited the Orks back to the turret kind of thing. These Death Treads are doing a great job so far. Oh, look at this. A fire prism. Bit of a weird unit. Armor piercing DPS. It fires a shot, and then the shot festers for a little while and explodes. So you get a knockback, which is pretty cool. Has some long range as well, I think. Eldar taking the mid. Some Rangers on the way. What else do we have? Triple Knobs queued up for GoreDell, but he has very little else. He lost a lot in that engagement, I guess, pushing, or rather counter-attacking. There's some upgraded Knobs here for Jelly, which gives them that chopper toss. There's that War. Are they actually going to build on this, the Eldar? I guess they want to destroy more stuff first. Need to try and defend. You need to try and defend. All those Death Treads are at the top up here. Getting some repairs. He's certainly not calling in Gorgutz. He needs one more elite point to get beauty on the field. Striking Scorpions versus Nob Squad. That's a pretty cool fight. I'm guessing Nob Squad wins because they have the heavy armor. But you never know. Those true damage criticals are crazy. Where are the Warp Spiders? They're right in there. What about your Warp Spiders? Also right in there. So he only has 5 elite points, GoreDell, because he did get his Gorgutz up. How long? 33 seconds, and we can see Beauty on the field. Striking Scorpions doing some work here, fighting some Stormboyz. Look at that damage. Whoa. Well, that was a massive amount of damage on the Striking Scorpions, and they went down. What the hell was that? Oh, was that the chopper toss from the Nob Squad? It might have been. That was a crazy amount of damage. Holy crap, I didn't think it did that much. Double fire prisms? Really? These things are like 350 power, I think. How the hell did you get that much? There is a lot of power on this map. Eldar have bottom double power at the bottom too. Who is this? This is HansMoleman, who must be tier 3 because he's got those. He's got his Eldritch Storm available, and so is the other player because they have fire prisms. There's Gorgutz doing his spinning claw thing. Your shield generator has been destroyed. Which one? This one. Triple Death Dreads has walked right out to it and smacked it down. They got a 500 rec, 100 power, and 1 elite point for that. So where's Beauty? Don't want to open the chat. I want to do this. There we go. Where is she? There she is. Holy crap. Coming to see her put some hurt on. What the hell has she got? Custom force field. Absorbs shots and causes damage over time in a circle. Enables the Mega Blast ability. Each shot reduces the health of the main shield but spawns a smaller force field on impact. Bloody hell. Rocket Fist. Oh, that does massive amounts of damage, I think. And a Gretchen Repair Squad to repair herself, causing healing over time. And yeah, big DPS, armor piercing, both melee and ranges. Armor piercing, here she comes. Beauty down Morkanaut. I want to see her mince some Eldar up. Munch and mince. Can she get close enough though? She's pretty slow. Pretty well animated though, I say. And she's backed up by a whole bunch of green skins and a Death Dread. You're very dead, Mr. Bone Singer. They found the web way and took it down. It's a lot of armor piercing though, and double Wraith Blades as well. They can tie her up. There's the Eldritch Storm. I guess that's from... that is from... for Fortune? No, it's from HansMoleman. Force shield did go up in Beauty. She is backing off. Get rid of this UI here. Gotta push it forward. There we go. It's being carried by something right now, and it's dissipated. Did it do a lot? I don't know. I have no idea. Striking Scorpions are being called in. There they are. And big push from the Eldar. Look at this. Bang. Holy crap. Eldar pushing very aggressively, going after the shield generator, I guess. How's Beauty doing? She's still got plenty of hit points. How much does she actually have? 10,000. Bloody hell. Oh, there's a rocks. You can also grab this thing and carry it around, which is pretty cool. Lots of possible combos of that. But it's the Warp Spiders that grab it and teleport back into the Orks. This could be really bad. It might land on Beauty, the last big rock that comes down. Need to grab it and take it back, fellas. There it is. Don't think it hit anything real. Oh, I think it did do some damage to Beauty there. That was nuts. Very quick thinking by whoever the hell that was. Not sure whose warp spiders those were. But that was awesome. Lots of fighting over the bottom. Orks pushing back here. Get rid of this interface. I wish there was a hotkey to remove the interface. There is one that removes the interface, but it also removes all of the colours from the units. It's very strange. Taunt there from Gorgutz. Does a nice taunt after his grappling claw. Oh, it might have been the knobs actually. They can also taunt. Death Tread is getting low, but did pick up some scrap. I might use it to escape or just get stuck in. Can do that as well, Mr. Death Tread. Looks like he's going to go down. Yeah. His shields still seem to be up there. That was strange, but he still went down. Oh, there's nothing in the middle. They've been destroyed and capped back by the Orks. Triple fire prisms. Okay then. I'm not sure if that's an efficient use of your power at over 300 each, because it's not a lot of DPS. It's lots of knockback, but unless you are independently targeting them, I'm not sure if you're getting value out of that, and that's a lot of micro in the middle of all that crap going on. Who's floating the most? Lots of wreck float for HansMoleman. Massive amounts of float for Fortune, and he's got triple fire prisms. How does he still have 750 power? Over 1200 power for GoreDell. Yeah, it's really hard not to float in Dawn of War 3 because there's so much going on. Not only are you managing the engagements, but you've also got to manage your buildings and stuff. Shield generator destroyed. Which one did they get? Oh, is this one? Wraithblade's got it. These guys have armor piercing damage, I think. Yeah, 232 DPS, really? That's pretty nuts. They also have heavy armor and a shield. They are really expensive. I think they're 250 power, the Wraithblades. Beauty is still at the bottom. Big shots on the Wraithblade here. We're going to try and tie her up. She does have support, though. He comes on Wraithguard and triple fire prism. She needs to be careful. She does have 4 Gretchen repair squads built up though. And custom force field is off cooldown. There we go. Is that it? I think. I don't know what the hell that was. There we go. There's the custom force field. She took a lot of damage there for a second. Big volley came in from the Wraithguard, I think. Some small skirmishes comparatively at the bottom here, unless the Eldar push all the way in. Doesn't look like they're keen to do so. Orks just sending some boys to die and hold things up, I think. Tank busters getting shots in. We'll do a lot of damage to the Wraithblades actually, since they're armor piercing. Looks like it might kick off big time. Oh, look at this. We have a big track. They have kill them close and kill them far modes, which is pretty fun. Fire Prism's getting very close to stuff here. What are they doing? Beauty's chasing them, trying to get some melee attacks. I'm pretty sure she can fire on the move. A lot of regular units can't, but a lot of the elites can. Beauty's being chased down, not a lot of support for her. There's that big track firing its artillery shells, not sure where they're landing. Nob Squad going to get minced here, I believe, by the warp spiders and the fire prisms. That's a falcon getting shots over there. Is this all fortune stuff? It is. Falcon allows you to reinforce, of course. Double falcons and triple fire prisms. Doing reasonably well so far, supported by HansMoleman's infantry heavy army. Well, I think Wraithguard are it says heavy infantry, but I believe they are affected by the vehicle upgrades. I think that's right. Wraithblades certainly are, I believe. Wraith Slumber. Oh, they need Taldeer for this. They do have that soul recall, which is pretty useful. They can teleport back to their structure. which is handy because they're so freaking slow. Down goes that big track. Orks need to spend wisely here. He's still got over 800 power fortune. How? Where are these big tracks are still back here in artillery mode, I guess. I'm Howling Banshees, yay! First time I've seen some out. Double Howling Banshees too. They are pretty cool. 83 melee DPS. Very little health, but they do have their shield, of course. Stormboyz can be called in. Do we have 2 beauties? We do have 2 beauties. Where's the other one? No, not there. Here, there she is. Oh, she's gonna go down. No. I did not even know. Looks like she was going after this turret at the top. Oh. And here's the Wraithknight. With that thing, what the hell? A nuker. Indeed, this is a sliding move. There it is. 100 foot tall and jumping. What was that? That was Focus Beam. Also has Distortion Rift. Wraithknight opens up a rift in the warp at target position, causes knockback towards the center of an expanded circle. Vehicles within the circle are slowed. Seems pretty useful. And that is whose? Fortunes, I think. Yeah. 2 elite points for Hans to get Taldeer up. And when they have both of those things, I'm able to push against the Orks big time. Look at them just shielding. Just building a wall around their shield generator there. That one's already down, of course. Both sides have one down. This one's very low, I seem to recall. Can you repair these things? I think you can. Maybe? No, probably not. That would be kind of silly. I'm not actually sure, though. Macha is up. Getting some heals. That's a pretty scary amount of vehicles. And loads of Wraith. This is that. Where's that Wraithblade charge thing? Oh, there it is. One of the few abilities in the game that actually targets something. Instead of having to be a skill shot that targets an area. So kicking off. Some knobs screening for Orks, but they do need some ranged firepower in there to help out and actually get the kills. They don't do massive amounts of DPS, Nob Squad, considering their cost, but their ability to tank damage is awesome. Lots of fighting over the bottom here. I guess they have to because they're going for that shield generator, right? I mean, they could push the top and go after this turret. The shield is down there. I think that might be worth it. You get massive amounts of resources for doing that. Like 1,000 rec, 200 power. There's another Eldritch. And that is from Fortune, I think. No, it is Hans. Oh, he's transformed it into whatever the hell that thing is. Massive engagement here. Fire Prism is very, very close. Oh, those are the Falcons, I believe. Fire Prism is going down. I guess they took hits from these big tracks. What the hell is this thing doing? I believe it slows in a circle and does some other stuff. Not actually sure. Now it's turned back into the storm. But there's a Rocks. And that is right in amongst a bunch of Eldar stuff. They need to get it out of there if they can. That could be very nasty. So many dead Eldar vehicles. Need to get out of there, Eldar. They don't have anything to take it in further, unfortunately, for the Orks. Look at those Wraithblades, though, going on beauty. Really are. Rocks is about to pop. There it is. Holy crap. And here is the Wraithknight. Is Taldeer up yet? No. Hans keeps using his elite points on those storms. That's why, so he can't get Taldeer up quite yet. But down goes the shield gen. Eldar finally pushed through. Orks not quite having the staying power to hold against that onslaught. Here's Gorgutz. What's he up to? He's chasing down some banshees.
Enemy scouts
I
spotted.
guess he's already used his grappling claw. No, he can use it to stun him. Or rather taunt him. Oh, there's that charge thing. That can do massive amounts of damage. Quick strike. Kind of like the assault leap for assault marines, but they run really fast instead of jumping. Big damage from the turret here. Wraith blades going down. Look at these Vipers. Army of Vipers for Fortune. He really did focus on his vehicles. I'm guessing he upgraded them a lot as well. We can have a quick look at his Soul Shrine, maybe. There it is. Okay, I couldn't click it from there for some reason. Yeah, he's got all of the vehicle upgrades because they're not there anymore. Listening Shrine is in peril. Oh no. Here are some Wraith Guard. Banshees can't stand up to Knob Squad, I don't think. With regular melee damage, certainly not. What do we have here? Gorgutz leading some knobs and some boys. But here's an army of Vipers. Let's see what these guys can do. Not seen these guys do quite as much as the Deathcopters and the Land Speeders. But they do have that slow, which those other guys don't. And of course Gorgutz is not going to catch them. Doing some decent damage here. Does Gorgutz have heavy armor? Oh, he's dead, I can't see. Is there another Gorgutz around? No, he only has normal armor. 5,000 hit points though. And he only has 26 DPS true melee damage, as you can see there. But he does do splash damage melee attacks, Gorgutz, I'm pretty sure. Some tank busters getting shots here. But these Wraith have made a massive difference ever since they hit the field. Eldar have done some really strong pushes. They don't really have an answer. I mean, what do you do? A mass of knob squads, I think. Get them in amongst. Dragon Scorpions moving in. Not sure how those guys jumped out. Oh, I think they can shoot rockets at their feet and jump or something when you have the Kommando, something like that. What is this? Oh, was it the Viper army? There's that Wraithknight looking menacing. Doesn't want to push up though. Something just blew up. I think that was a Death Tread, was it? I think so. How close are they? Oh, this guy can... This is GoreDell, can get his beauty up again. And his Gorgutz. Maybe they've given up here. Because the Eldar are swarming over the map. They still need to get to that core. Which is there. Here comes another Eldritch. Was that from Hans again? Yes. Likes to use his Eldritches. Yeah, he turned it into the other thing. I'm not sure what this thing does. Does it tell me? No. Don't know what it does. Now it's an Eldritch Storm again. I know this thing does damage and that kind of thing. That's a pretty cool effect. Don't think it does a lot to buildings though, it doesn't seem like. Here comes the army of Vipers. Gorgutz is getting super angry here. Ork trying to keep it together. Here's Beauty and she's getting owned by an army of Vipers. Bam! Took two of them out with that rocket fist thing. That was awesome. And now she doesn't have her fist. How did she get it back? I don't know. Maybe she pulls it back or something. Down goes that big track. Still one in here though. With a super cannon, of course. No other kind of cannon is acceptable. 40 minutes into this game. Eldar knocking on the Orky door, trying to get this win. And they've won this game. It's just a matter of getting to the core now. And of course, since you can't concede without giving up all of your XP and other rewards, you get these dragged out endings, unfortunately. Still fun to see things blow up, I guess. Here's that thing again. Someone in the comments can tell us what the hell this thing does. Some Eldar players. Tanking a lot of damage, whatever the hell it is. Kommando still trying to be sneaky. Got 2,500 hit points, that's not too bad. Can they push through here? What are you? How many fire prisms? There's 3 more queued up. What are these things? Focus beam. Causes damage in a line. Teleport? Oh, when warp spiders are deployed, fire prisms can teleport. What the hell? That is crazy. Don't think I ever saw them use this focus beam thing. Oh, there we go. We just saw it, and they took down the turret with it. That's why you get multiple fire prisms, I guess, because that get a critical mass of those guys, and that's going to one-shot pretty much anything, I guess.
Our current power is more than sufficient.
Look at this float here from Fortune. Over 6,000 requisition. Can't say he hasn't tried to spend it. Look at his queue down there. Other turret now under attack. Just a foregone conclusion right now. Trying to build some... What are these fellas? I can't see why they're building. I think those are Death Gun looters. Beauty is up. This is Jelly's one. But down goes that turret. Here comes the Wraithknight, finally! Was hanging back for ages. And taking a lot of damage now. Actually being chased by Stormboyz of all things. Supported by 4 fire prisms. And there's that jump and slide. That's so cool. Crazy but cool. Down to half hit points. Doing an Eldar moonwalk here. And should get away. What was that? Oh, it's a rocks thing. I didn't know it stunned when it came down. That seemed to be what happened there. That is a long stun. Oh, it's been now taken back in by some Dark Reapers. They can put it on the core, maybe. What's going on up here? Oh, here's Taldeer, finally. What the hell is she up to? She also has a jump, of course. Scatter shield. A directional shield and the Eldritch slash, which I think is what we saw. That's crazy. The elites are mad. Especially the big ones. Power core now being taken down. Let's focus on an Eldar player. Put up a good fight, did the Orks. They really did put up a good fight, but they struggled to deal with all that heavy armor of the Wraith units, I feel like. And it's hard to deal with. What do you do? Those of death treads, I guess. They did have 3 or 4 of them at some point, but were eventually taken out.
Securing infantry damage upgrade.
They're taking down this building because the core has gone inside the little hidey hole, which you can do. Now it's back up again. Here comes Taldeer. Mr. Generic Wraithknight is fighting some boys, which seems unfair, and down goes the core. Boom. The Eldar team take it. And there you have it. Absolute madness. I'm sure I missed a million things that happened. But there you go. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you next time.